Hello guys. What's up?
Hello guys.
Let me see if the music is good as well. Yeah, perfect. How are you guys doing? Market is doing a whipsaw at the moment, guys. Look at this. Crazy market. I'm sure there will be some really nice opportunities today. Let me turn off these. Perfect. Let's just check the settings of the indicator. Yeah, perfect stuff. And then we'll do the alerts as well. And then we are ready to go. So before we start, everyone just hit the like button so we push the stream as soon as we start. And then we'll look to get some really nice setups today. I have a really good feeling for today. Why? Because of the simple fact, yesterday during the New York session, we didn't have much to do. Okay, so activated the indicator alerts now. Just gonna delete these here. Yeah, perfect. All the alerts are active. So let's see. Okay, we are seeing a rejection now from the midnight, sweeping this 5-minute MC slow. Yeah, 15-minute MC got almost trapped. We couldn't close above. That's why we are seeing another push down. So we are building a huge range at this point. If we measure this range, guys, this is a 70 pip range already. So we just have to wait patiently and see what we can get. We're pushing up already. One more minute, maybe we can form a manipulation candle in here. If so, then that's a trade, guys. And most likely the indicator will give us the alert as well. So let's see. If we close above, of course, then we can look to buy this. But if no MC, then no trade. You guys know this already. But yeah. Let's see. Only 8 likes. We can do more than this, guys. 27 people watching. We should get at least 20 likes at this point. Love yourself. Hello, Junaid. Alaikum salam, brother. Miko. Hello. Let's go. Charlotte, doing great, bro. Nice. Universe says let's go. James says XAU 1 hour is failing. Yeah, let's see. I mean, we have a 1 hour manipulation candle in here and also a 4 hour manipulation candle from Asia. So that's gonna be really interesting today. We just have to be patient and wait for a good setup. Oh, look at this one. This it couldn't even close bullish, guys. Let's see, maybe we can tap into here again and then form a manipulation candle from this area. But this indicator can be used, even someone who doesn't know how to trade can make profits. I mean, pretty much, yes. You just have to know. You just have to know how to get into trades and how to get out of trades. That's the only thing. Pretty much. So if you know, okay, you can do stop loss placement, you can do take profit placement, and you can also what do you call it, position size correctly, then yes, pretty much. Yes, 16 likes, that's nice. Let's get this to 20, guys. We just started. We are waiting for a setup in here. I also got an alert on the NASDAQ. Let me see which time frame it was. Okay, only 3 minutes. That's nothing to look at this time of the day. If it would have been like 15 minutes, 30 minutes, then yes. But I had a look at Dow Jones, and Dow Jones is building up something really nice. Because we had a 4-hour manipulation candle in here. It doesn't show up because the lower wick is bigger than the top wick, so it's not the best bearish MC, but we swept the low of that one and now we are climbing up. So this 4-hour right now has the potential to push up and form a manipulation candle. So this idea in mind, we could play the longs in here, but obviously we need a solid setup for this one. Okay, so let me see what we have. We actually, the indicator already gave the long in here with the bear trap with this one and this one, so 2 bear traps in here. So yeah. Let's see if that one plays out. I didn't see that one, in complete honesty. This is the take profit. So oh yeah, you asked if someone could also trade this without knowing how to trade. So here the red line is a stop loss and the green line is a take profit for the 1 hour. So this shows you exactly where to put your stop loss, but this extends as the candles are printing. Okay, but we will make an update so it is extended already, so you guys can see that in a clearer fashion, even if you don't know the strategy, don't know how to trade the manipulation model yet. So yeah, let's go back to gold in here. Let's see, nothing quite yet. The 15-minute candle will close in a moment, in 1 minute. Yeah, we came really deep down. It's really interesting. Both sides are trapped at the moment. So sellers and buyers are trapped. How can you say that? Look from here. This build-up tells you that. This manipulation candle trapped the buyers. And here, before the session, before COMEX open, this 15-minute candle was really bearish, a bearish MC, and that one got trapped as well. Okay, so both sides of the market are trapped, and that's always a perfect indication for a really solid setup. So let me also get my MacBook ready in here, so I can also execute on the futures. I always look to have several devices. Your stream is being limited to 720 pixels, very hard to see on mobile. Yeah, bro, we have to do it like this, otherwise it's gonna be laggy, and I hope you can understand. But maybe in the future we can try with 1080. But I don't know. Let me check, by the way. Kadir says it's fine. Yeah, I mean, I checked as well. It looks, yeah, it looks very good actually, to be honest. Very smooth. But yeah, if it's not enough, we can up the quality. We have the new PC. It is a monster. So yeah, we can pretty much do anything with that one. If you saw the story I posted, this is a real beast. Anyone that knows a little bit about PCs can imagine what this one can do and is capable of. So let me connect with my MacBook as well. Yeah, I'm gonna trade on the Funding Ticks account today. So let me set that up, because we can get into a trade in any moment in here. So everything is ready, you know, ahead of the time. Yeah, perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect stuff. Yeah. So, did you guys take any trades today? How are you doing? How is your trading day going, guys? Let me know. Let me know what you guys did today. Or are you flat? Yeah, we are rejecting off of the midnight in here. Let's see the 3 minutes. Yeah, this one looks really, really good. Let's see if we can flip this 30-minute to push up even higher. Yeah, perfect, perfect, perfect. Uncle Kaimax says, blew my account. Okay. I mean, I would suggest to review that and why you blew the account. Okay. Did you just did the strategy or the trades or your performance didn't handle the max loss, or were you entering less probable trades? You know, I would just go ahead and go through all of that before even buying a new account. But of course, if you want to buy a new account, I would recommend Funding Ticks for futures. Apex I would only recommend if you are really ready to scale up, because you can trade up to $6 million, so that's really huge, but only if you're ready to scale up, guys. Other than that, Funding Ticks is a really, really perfect offer. Yeah, we are pushing in here. Look, guys, we are pushing. Only thing missing was the MC right here, what we were expecting, but that's no issue. We will stay true to our strategy and wait for a manipulation candle. So the 30-minute has a potential to become a manipulation candle. Let me drag this to here. Look, for example, if the 30-minute becomes a manipulation candle, that's perfectly fine as well. Why? Because then we could take that one and target at least the previous day's high. So let's assume that will happen. Okay, let's say this is our stop loss and this is our take profit. That's a 2.5 risk to reward. So perfectly fine, perfectly fine. But of course, if we can get a lower time frame entry, then that's perfect as well. PT Apex Trader Funding, I'm not available South Africa. Yeah, then go with Funding Ticks, brother. That's a no-brainer. I'm completely honest. If you go through all the rules, I think at the moment with the pricing and the rules, it's number one. Okay, let's see. Your stream, can your indicator set up alerts on gold and indices at the same time? Yes. Look right here, gold, Dow Jones, NASDAQ, I have it on all assets. I don't have any limits on alerts. No trades, but have you guys taken any trade? Yes, I did have a trade today during London session, but it got stopped out. Let me show you that. I traded the London session right here with this one, but it got stopped out. This was a fair value gap back then. Was a perfect manipulation candle, even had another one, but it didn't quite get the take profit. Look at this, very, very unlucky, guys. Look at this. How many pips is that? Yeah, 2 pips. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. During London, I'm not going that heavy, just risking like half of what I usually do during the New York session. Completely fine. So just a bit of a loss for today, but that's fine. Wish it was blues. I risked less on good trades and more on bad trades. Yeah, that's why we also have a setup grading. So for A+ setups, I'm gonna risk the max amount I'm willing to lose. Let's say, for example, you have let's say you are trading futures, okay, and you have a 50k account and you're copying that, okay, to your other accounts. So on that one account, I would risk on an A+ setup $500. Okay, so let me look. This is really important, I think, for all of you guys. Look, let's say this is 50k funded. Okay, so let's do this. Look, it's actually a very simple approach. Look, first of all, you have to grade your setups. So setups grading, okay? If you have an A+ setup, I will risk 1% of the account. So that's $500, okay? So $500 is the max risk on the futures, okay, side. If this was a CFD account with max loss, etc., being more, then I would risk 2% or maybe 1.5%. And then you go down to A setup, and then you slightly decrease your what do you call it? Your risk percentage, okay? And then I would have max B+ setup, and then that's 0.5%, okay? And below that, I wouldn't even go, guys. Below that, I wouldn't even go. So that's the maximum. So what is an A+ setup, for example, for me? Okay, so for me, an A+ setup. So, and that's what you have to do for yourself. Okay, if you're trading this model, the manipulation model, then it's the same for you. But if you're trading a different strategy, then you have to do this for your own strategy based on statistics, based on win rate, based on data. Okay, so I have the data of this for many years, and that's why I can easily say, for example, if I'm trading the New York session, okay, let's say I'm just trading the New York session, an A+ setup in the New York session for me is a 5-minute manipulation candle plus a 1-hour FPG plus a key level. Okay, this is an A+ setup, and this has to be pro trend. Okay, so if you're bullish, I want to see this scenario bullish as well. Okay, very simple stuff actually. So for example, let me give you guys an example. Okay, 5-minute manipulation candle from a 1-hour fair value gap. This is, I think, very simple. So let's look like right here. This is an almost manipulation candle, but it's actually this almost the same what I'm talking about. So this is a good example. So this is the manipulation candle from the FVG, but for it to become an A+ setup and not only an A setup, here I would also want, for example, a daily open or a previous day low or midnight or weekly open, etc., or session low high. Okay, something like this. So the key levels that are outlined within the indicator actually. So if you go in here, look right here, you see key levels. So these are all the key levels we are using. Okay, and for this setup to become an A plus setup, I want to see a fair value gap and a key level, and then a 5-minute manipulation candle in the direction of the trend during the New York session. Okay, so for me it's very simple. Why? Because I'm trading this exact strategy for the last few years. Okay, I'm telling like years. I have thousands and thousands of hours of chart time, especially for the New York session. Like except holidays, I didn't miss a single New York session probably the last 3 years, guys. I'm not even exaggerating at this point. US30 alert got activated. Let's see. 5-minute bear trap is in action right there. Yeah, 5-minute long from the midnight. Look, these, for example, if this would happen during NYSE, then this would be an A setup. And why is it not an A plus setup? Because we have no imbalance, no fair value gap, okay? But it's an A setup because we have midnight as a key level, okay? And if we only would have a fair value gap and not a key level for one of the areas of interest missing, then it would be an A setup, okay? So now we are forming almost a 5-minute MC. The only thing missing is the area of interest, guys. But as I said, the 30-minute is reacting off of the midnight, okay? So on the 30-minute, this can become an A setup, but we only have 1.5 minutes left on this candle. So I don't know if we can get that in that amount of time. So we will have to wait a little bit more. I hope this makes sense, guys, and do this for your strategy. If you're trading this exact strategy, then this is what you have to follow. Why do you risk half in London session? Because my A plus setup is only during the New York session. So if I see an A plus setup, for example, during the London session, I will reduce my risk if I want to trade it. And why? That has also a logic behind it. Because if, for example, let me give you a good example on this. Look, if London gives you a solid setup, you will have a really high win rate on this. Okay, so for example, this 5-minute MC, it gave you a 9R. Even if you trailed your stop, you got a 7R trade out of this. So what I'm trying to say is, if the London trades go, they go a lot, okay? And they usually continue with New York as well. And that's why I don't have to risk a lot on London session, okay? So everything has logic behind it, guys. I'm doing this professionally. This is the my main income source. Everything has a process. And that's exactly what differs profitable traders from unprofitable traders, okay? I'm not basing my risk percentage based on feelings, based on FOMO, based on greed or whatever. Everything has a process to it. Do you have a video on how to actually use this indicator? Yes, the latest upload on our YouTube discusses exactly that, and we will also record a probably it's gonna be like an hour long or 1.5 hours long extended video where we will discuss this in very detail for each asset, not only gold. Look, I love this, really, I love this. Look at this. We now have the retest on the 1 hour. So as soon as we break this high, we should not come back anymore if we want to push up, okay? So as of now, there is no setup, but there is a potential to climb up. And since we also have that 1 hour manipulation candle in here and the 4 hour manipulation candle from Asia, this can really go at this point. And if we don't get a setup right now, it's also fine. I can wait for NYSE, I can wait for London close, so it's completely fine. I'm in the trade already, Tunji. Yeah, perfect. Then good luck. I told you how it could work out. I would, once you get the breakout, I would start trailing the stop loss in profits. Are you inside the trade too? No, I'm not inside the trade at the moment. Miko Paulo Guevara. Okay, how do you calculate the position sizing? It's pretty easy. For gold, for example, if you have a 30 pip stop loss, let's say you want to risk $300, you put in a 1 lot. Or if you're trading micros, you're putting in 10 micros. Or if you're trading minis, it's 1 mini, etc. Okay. It makes sense and it's really valuable. What are B plus setups then? Okay, so B plus setups are either continuation setups. Okay, so for example, it can happen today as well, because we have a 4 hour and a 1 hour manipulation candle in our favor. If I can get a continuation setup within this area, then I can take that, but I won't risk that much on this. Okay, so B plus setups are only continuation setups in the direction of the trend, of the sessions trend, the daily trend, whatever. How do you define your stops? My stops are defined by my model. So for example, if I execute on this bear trap, this is pre-NY, but let me give you an example, okay? So this is pre-NY, this is right here. We trap this candle, right? And the bear trap setup tells you that you go into the long with this candle and put your stop loss. Yeah, exactly. Kadir is very smart. I'll just change this to 7 a.m. so you can see this as a setup, but I will change it back. So let's see right here.
Winrate got only worse on the shorts.
Yeah, the win rate got only worse on the shorts actually. So yeah, really nice actually. Right here we would have to check why the bear trap didn't go off right away. Let's see. Okay, maybe it had to break because of the current trend, because we had, yes, exactly, look, we were in a downside movement, so we had to break, so the trend is bullish again. Exactly, but let me explain it to you in simple terms and get this back to 8. Yeah, because I want to see the exact session. So, for example, this is the bear trap, okay? This is a trap confirmation candle. I put my stop loss below that candle, and then I can target whatever I want, okay? I can target this AMC's high, I can target this high, okay? So, whatever you are comfortable with, okay? And I mean, these are great RRs, so yeah. I would maybe trail the stop loss. For example, if after you get this MC, then I would start trailing, trail, and then your stop loss would get hit here. So eventually, if this would have been a New York session setup, you could have made a 3.5 R on this trade. Okay, so and this is how we place the stops on bear traps, or for on bull traps, vice versa. And on manipulation candles, it's pretty easy. You just put it below the manipulation candle. We don't give it a room, whatever. Just a few ticks, a few pips below. Okay, 1-2 pips below, it's completely fine. It makes sense and it's really valuable. Thank you, glad it helps. Thanks for this trade setup grading. I think it's a confidence booster for taking my setups. You are welcome, bro. And I'm really honest with you guys. If you don't have this, you should not be trading. This is really, really key, in my opinion. Let's see what US30 did. Yeah, it was still pushing. Yeah, I think today the US30, so Dow Jones or YM can really pay. So yeah, let's see how that one will go. Look, let's see the NASDAQ. Yeah, NASDAQ will probably wick this MC, but just an assumption. But it looks like it, how it forms here. Yeah, we'll see that. We'll see that in 20 minutes. Okay, so gold is pushing again. Okay, interesting. Let's see. Let's see. So this would be the idea. If we can come back down, for example, and form a manipulation candle from this area, I would love this actually. So the 1 hour, let's see the 1 hour. Yeah, before taking the high. Before taking the high, if it does something like that, I'm completely fine with it. How is the second orange candle not a manipulation candle? You mean this one? It couldn't quite close below, brother. Look right here. It didn't close exactly below. I think it's like 1 pip, not even a pip. Yeah, not even a pip. And with our settings, it has like at least close like 2-3 pips above. Anybody tell me funding ticks, which one account best for buying funding tick 0 or other? I would go with the Pro Plus, in complete honesty. If you have, like, if you want easy rules on the funded accounts. Pro Plus, why? Because look, Pro Plus, they are cheap. And look, Pro Plus, why? You only have consistency on the eval, okay, 40%. So you can't make more than 40% of the profit target in a single day. But then on the funded, no rules. Only your max loss. Okay, and that's why I would go with the Pro Plus model, in complete honesty, because you don't have any rules on the funded account. You only have to have like minimum profitable days, and you can withdraw basically like every week if you have profitable days every day. Do you have a defined stop loss or lot size, or it is dynamic based on what is presented to you on the chart? Of course it is dynamic, because I can't say I will always go in with 10 contracts or 10 lots. I can't say that. Why? Because, for example, one time my stop loss will be 30 points or 30 pips, and one time 50 pips. So it doesn't make sense, okay? I always look at it percentage wise, and whatever contract size that is, I'm gonna put in that one. No, the one in between. Here, look, it doesn't close above. That's why. On the go. Anthony, like, how do you work together as brothers? That's a high mutual bond. Yeah. We are brothers for real, by the way. Like, some think that we are not actually brothers, but we are brothers, guys. So, and we started trading together with basically everything we've done until this day. We did it together, built this community, also this strategy. I mean, Kadir was the one who showed me the manipulation candle. So it was basically him that got me into seeing the MCs, and then together we built around a whole model, and that's why we call it the manipulation model. And it works wonders, guys. You can see the MC when it's active. Look at the daily, for example. I mean, it's just crazy how well this works. Look, the daily MC, daily MC, daily MC, and then you get the huge run to the upside. Daily AMC, push to the downside. Okay, the daily AMC, push to the upside. Look, daily AMC, push to the upside. And you can like backtest this like every single move in the market will have an MC. Look at this. We traded back then 2022. Look at these daily candles. One, another one, here another one, and these lows never got taken. I remember everyone was calling for 1500s, etc. We were buying this thing back then, and
even the bear trap
yeah,
there on the daily. Look at that for the continuation.
Yes, here on the bear trap on the daily. I mean, it's just crazy. And look where we are right now. Look, this is the price, and look where we are right now.
Yeah, and even for the indicator, for people who are swing trading, they can set the settings, you know,
exactly.
FVGs.
Yes, and also for as Kadir said, for guys who want to swing trade this, you can just basically play with this, the FVG time frames. I mean, we have it up to 12 months, and then what you can do is you go right here, time frame limit, and then you can set this also whatever you want, you know, and then you can trade the MCs on the higher time frames as well. Guys, we only have 27 likes. Oh my god, I didn't even realize this until now. This can't be true. So much value and only 27 likes. Make sure you like that and also hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Make sure you like that. I mean, I hope this is all like really valuable and you guys value this, because back then no one told us these kind of things. We had to figure out all of this on our own, burning our own money, losing our own pockets, blowing our own accounts, and learning by that. But nowadays you can just hop on the stream, click play, and then watch some real traders like us. Let's get this to 40 likes at least, guys. Only 36 likes. This is way too less, guys. Way too less. Look, gold is exactly doing what we are talked about after the 1 hour closure. It's now pushing to the upside. Let me check the 4 hour time frame. Okay, the 4 hour has a potential also to form a manipulation candle. 45 minutes left. Let me check all the time frames now, because we have some volume in the market at this point. Okay, manipulation candle alert. I think this is on the 3 minute. Let me see if we have something on the indicator. Let me see. It's loading right now. I don't know why it's taking so long to load up. Normally it should have loaded already, but sometimes TradingView is bugging around as well, guys. Sometimes TradingView is bugging as well. Let me check from the Mac. Okay, nice. Yeah, nice manipulation candle, but nothing as of now to trade.
No, it's not a setup.
Yeah, no setups in here at the moment, but we're still waiting. It is really attractive. What questions do we have? US30 long. Let me see. Yeah, 5 minute. Yeah, 5 minutes is too small for me, to be honest. Oh, look at this. 15 minute. Yes, this is interesting at this point. Look at this, guys. Look, we had one bear trap, hit take profit. Now we could have another one. And why is this one so nice? Let me show you this on a 30-minute. If that candle becomes a bear trap, this 30-minute candle will become a manipulation candle, and we could maybe have an early entry for NYSE. I will mark this and I will put an alert in here. So as soon as this breaks, we are ready to take a position. So just so you know, this is what we are looking for, okay? Then we could, I think we could go to all-time highs again. Yeah. Let's not put an obnoxious take profit, but we'll trail it, no problem. Let's see, what do you guys are asking? Brother, on silver 5-minute time frame is good, can you please check? Of course. Do we have silver in here? I don't know, I can't see that. Let me just type it in. Yeah, we had it in there actually. Where is it? Oh, here. I didn't see it. 5-minute time frame. Yeah. Not bad, not bad. But it's kind of tricky because it's always wicking out the MC and then it's going. So that's not what we want to see. But I mean, the bear traps have a really good win rate. I mean, longs are okay, but the bear traps are really nice. Let me see on a daily what is silver doing on a daily. Yeah, still pushing. That's nice for our investment. So that's perfect. I think I just swing traded twice, like silver, this past year, only twice. Simon Natras asked, Turkish, my bros? Yes, we are Turkish. Basta trader, your indicator depend on what? Like price action or what? What is manipulation candle? Okay, Basta trader, I think you are new and you are welcome to this channel. Let me break this down for you really quickly. So the manipulation candle is a candle which sweeps its previous candles low and high. Okay, so for example, in a bullish scenario, the manipulation candle takes out the low and then closes above the previous candle's high. These are the most powerful candles in trading. And what we do is, with these candles, we basically build a model where we can find very high probability setups by combining imbalances in the market and key levels which are interesting to big institutions, like previous day lows, daily open, weekly open, midnight, session highs, lows. Okay, all of these stuff. Isn't that just an engulfing candle? Okay, I think we will ban the term engulfing from the channel because I'm getting this a lot these days. Look, an engulfing candle is this. Look, this candle engulfed this candle. Okay, but this is not a manipulation candle. Okay. This is an engulfing candle. Why? It's closing above the previous candle's high, but it didn't sweep the low, so it's not manipulating one side. Okay. By the way, I was just kidding with the ban. So our humor is a little bit different, guys. But with the stream, you will get used to it. Okay, nice. We got to 40 likes. I think it's time to get into a trade just for the sake of it. So let's see. Yeah, Dow Jones will be interesting, guys.
It doesn't push up.
Yeah. If it doesn't go now, it's even better, in complete honesty, right?
But lately, Dow is always going right away with NYC open.
Yeah,
It's been really on a regular basis now.
I know. Guys, can you hear Kadir when he's talking from the back? Yeah, you can hear him, I think. Maybe I put this like this as well. So, Kadir, can you just speak a little bit and the guys just tell us if they can hear you properly when you're just talking normal, not like shouting?
Gold is
yelling.
pushing. Gold is pushing at this point.
Okay, gold is pushing. Let's see. Nice. Really, really nice. Perfect. And can you guys hear him? Okay, now at this point, I won't expect a drop to the midnight anymore, guys. No, I can't hear him. Okay, then it's I guess two less. But maybe, just maybe, if you guys support the stream more, we can buy another one of these, because these cost like, I think $700-800 something.
Yeah. Like total 1K, I think, with the.
Yeah, only the mic costs like $800 something with the attachments and stuff. So if you guys support the stream, then we can buy another mic, and then we'll put that over there so you can hear both of us, and that means double value.
Yeah, because we invested a lot into the streams. Even like this whole setup now with the new PC, this laptop, these two monitors, you know, your MacBook, the mics, the lights, and all of that. I think we're around like 10K, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, probably more than 10K with everything. Yeah, but it's obviously we always reinvest what we get from the services, the products, whatever. So also affiliate commissions, we always reinvest this, guys, to the stream, to the YouTube channel. As you can see, like we are building up everything, and you guys are witnessing that from the beginning. So congrats to you. You are witnessing history at the moment. I'm new in your channel, but I want to details about your indicator and how it works and which segment. Bro, I explained that a lot right now. I don't want others to get bored, but basically this indicator is the holy grail. Let me just tell you that, okay? Bilal Khan, did you not make 6K in New York session? Bro, we will make probably 20K if you stay here. We will make 20K at least today. I'm feeling it right now. Let me check the NASDAQ really quickly. Yeah, because we only have 5 minutes to NYSE, so that's why I want to check everything. Yeah, perfect. Checked everything, guys, so we are ready. So with us, guys, this will always be like that. In key times, we are serious, and between those times, we won't be that serious, obviously, because otherwise we couldn't stream for 2 hours in here. So that's how it will go in here. Perfect, guys. By the way, we can, I think, up the likes a little bit more. We are 55 people, only 42 liked it, so 13 of you guys that don't like the stream. If you don't like the stream, just tell us what you don't like, and we will see if we can improve with your feedback. Perfect stuff. Let's see how many pips did we even move here. This is a joke at this point. yeah, 130 pips. And this, like with the pre-New York session, most of the times when you see this, like this, guys, this is a huge range. This is a huge range. And if you see this during the New York session, you know, okay, I will make money today. And this is, of course, just an assumption. Because if I knew I would make money, I would risk 100% on the next trade. But obviously that's not what I'm gonna do. But just because of experience, I can tell you that most of the expansion of the daily candle will most likely happen during this session now. Okay, so that's what actually what I mean. And now we are getting a 30-minute doji, I think, because we are rejecting again from this 30-minute imbalance in here, the FVG. Yeah, let's see, guys. Okay, still 8 people don't like the stream. Okay, that's interesting actually, and I don't see any feedback in the live chat. So now let's get serious in here. We have 2 minutes left for the New York Stock Exchange, 9:30 a.m. game time. Okay, I have an alert on my phone, 9:30 a.m. game time. So I know, okay, it's time to get real in here. And that time is coming now in 1.5 minutes. So get ready. Okay, at this point, if this 30 closes like this, guys, we can easily tap the midnight again. We can easily tap the midnight again. So we will wait also for gold, but I don't know if we can get a clear setup on gold today. We will wait. If so, we will execute. If not, it's no problem. But the equities, the indices are waiting for us. Let's check the 30-minute time frame. It's a doji as well, 5-minute MC, but no area of interest. That's the bad part. And here on US30, that's perfect. Yes. So if we can push up, not too much, but close to confirm the bear trap, that would be awesome. If not, then I would like to see it here, taking out Asia lows, which it already did actually. So maybe it doesn't have to come again, but we never know. We always react. We try to predict some stuff, but that doesn't mean there's a whole prediction. This just basically means I'm preparing my mind to something that could happen, so I'm not surprised when it happens. Okay, so just so you guys know what I mean by that. Okay, so NYSE coming up, guys. Hit the like button so NYSE does what we want and gives us a setup in here. I will have a close eye on the Dow Jones in here. So get your lot sizes and contract sizes ready, guys, for Dow Jones. Don't sleep on this one like a few people did on the last stream. Yeah, it's now doing what we expected it to do, exactly this. So that's what I mean. We don't try to predict. Of course, most of the time it's gonna be right, but what we want is a solid setup. And right here now, and right here, it said bear trap. Okay, why? Because it's trapping this MC right here. Okay, and that's why we're gonna wait for this. And let me see if we also have, yeah, on the 10-minute as well. So we will wait for this candle. Okay, and if this candle confirms the trap, then we will enter this. Okay, Perfect. And let's check the NASDAQ as well. Perfect. It's coming down here as well. As I told you guys, we're most likely gonna sweep that low of that 1 hour MC in here. Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, ES, let me check ES. Yeah, look at this range. So we're gonna have some easy time in here, guys. We're gonna have an easy time in here. Yes, indicator gives a short on the NASDAQ. Have to wait though. We cannot execute as the candle is printing. So what happens? We had a question like that. So look, the short signal went away, came back. Why? Because the MC has to print. Now I get the alert, then I go to the chart, and then I wait for this candle to close. Okay, that's basically what you just have to do. I can trade the Asian and London session. Am I cooked? No, bro. No, you can trade whatever you want, bro. You don't have to be cooked. Okay, so 30 minute. Let's see if we can get a setup in here on gold. Let's see US30. Yes, pushing to the upside. Yes, this is gonna be a bigger stop, so we have to target the all-time highs. Let's see, let's be patient. And I think yeah, Dow Jones looks really nice for another push to the upside. As I said, guys, 4 hour candle. Look, that was what I was talking about, for it to becoming a manipulation candle as well, trapping this one in here. And yeah, that's the whole idea. So let's see if we can confirm the idea, because that's what actually counts today. Okay, so let me set up everything so I'm ready to trade in here, and we can just smash the markets. Oh, look at that. What did I tell you guys? I mean, at this point, it's way too easy to predict these things, because now on the 1 hour, this is a bull trap and a short. So if this closes like that, will be a short and a bull trap. But I don't know if I would go with a 31% win rate on the bull traps. Okay, why? Because we are still in an uptrend. Okay, so this indicator tells me do not execute on the short. Basically, this is what it tells me. But in here, look at this.
Too much.
Yeah, it pushed directly. I mean, it's pretty usual that it's gonna push like that. So the 5 minute is around 100 points in here. So let's see if we can range a little bit, and then with the last 5 minute of the 15, push a little bit higher, and then we have the bear trap setup. So that's the setup I will concentrate on for today. So we have 10 more minutes, guys. Don't go anywhere. We have to be patient and wait at this point. And let's check gold. Gold tapped into the 1 hour FVG. Does this mean we're gonna set up an A+ setup with the daily open and the midnight? If so, this means this is a full margin setup, guys, and my full margin is 1% of my account, and so you guys can calculate that. Yeah, and that's exactly what I meant with A+. Look, we have the FVG, we have the daily open and midnight, for example, in here. And if this now becomes the manipulation candle, then this is an A+ setup. Okay. How does your indicator decide when TP is. You decide when take profit is, bro. Look right here, you can say TP multiplier 1. This is a 1-to-1. Then you can do 2, you can do 10, you can do 30, whatever you want. I just have it on 1, so I know, okay, at least a 1-to-1. So I know, okay, this is profitable statistically if it's more than 50%. And then what I will do is I will, of course, aim for more, aim for a realistic target, and then trail my stop loss if it goes for more than that. Arthurs, are you in the trade right now? We are waiting right now, bro. 2 minutes, and then we most likely gonna enter this trade in here. Let me get everything ready. Also GC for the futures account on Funding Ticks. As you guys can see, up to 50% off with code bros, always the best discount. You can support the stream and make some bucks for your pocket. This is exactly what I was talking about, a pullback with this 5 minute and then the next 5 minute to push up higher. So the 15-minute candle still confirms the bear trap. Good boy. So do you always have to wait for at least 2 FVG and other POIs, or sometimes only from the FVG?
Funny enough that it played out.
Oh yes, exactly. Look,
Even for NYSE.
yes, look at this one. Exactly. I mean, Kadir has eyes of an eagle, guys. Look at this. Exactly. Amazing play with the 5-minute manipulation candle from the FVG from the midnight for let me see the futures chart in here.
Yeah, it survived.
Yeah, it survived on the futures as well, guys. Look, this red line is the stop loss. Didn't take the stop loss. 4.5R. Crazy trade. Crazy trade in here.
And gold received them the loss also on the FOMO buys.
Yeah, gold we also saved a loss on FOMO buys in here. We do not FOMO into trades, guys. We are humans at the end of the day, but we have to act like robots for 2 hours of the day. That's it. And if we can do that, then you will become a profitable trader. And that's why we have the indicator. So the indicator replaces most of our analysis, so we can have an easy time and we can just relax and wait for the setups to form. And that's exactly what we are doing here. We're just waiting for the setups to form themselves, and then we're gonna jump into the trades. Very easy, simple stuff. Look here, this, if we do this, then we have a bear trap scenario in here, because my indicator is telling me do not execute on the shorts, wait for the bear traps, and that's what I'm gonna do. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, guys. Let's check gold. Okay, nice. Gold is pushing to the upside. Let me check the 3 minutes. Let me check the 10-minute and the 15. No 5-minute MC, no trade yet. Let me read that question again, bro. So do you always have to wait for at least FVG and other POIs, or sometimes only from FVG, other POIs like opening price, etc.? Yes, it always have to be one of these two. Look, entry method, FVGs, fair value gaps, or key levels. I have it on both, so both go off. But if I can combine them, then I have a higher win rate. And the key levels that we use are these here. You can make a screenshot if you want to. Take a screenshot of this. And guys, we are 64 people, but only 52 like the stream. So the 13 guys, please, if you don't like something, type it in the chat so we know, okay, what we have to improve on, what you didn't like on the stream. And yeah, and if you do like it but just forgot to like, then do this right now, because I can't be reminding you guys all the time, because I'm gonna enter a trade probably in 5 minutes on YM, the Dow Jones. So I will not be able to tell you guys that. So do that now, so we don't forget it. The 10-minute already has the bear trap. Let me check with the indicator the win rate of the 10-minute. Just a second. It has to load up. Our indicator has so much data in the background. It has to load up a little bit.
Because of the bearish FVG, it doesn't show up.
Doesn't show the bear trap because of the bearish FVG, says Kadir. It can be the case because we had this huge push to the downside, but interesting. Let's see. Interesting that we don't see the bear trap. It is because of the trend, I guess, because we did have a huge drop yesterday. But maybe if we push higher, we can break the trend, and then we could see the bear trap forming. Because look, here I had the bear trap alert at the first second, and at the first minute, sorry. So most likely we will see it if we push up a little bit higher. Yes, look, as I said, we pushed up a little bit higher, and now we are seeing the bear trap, guys. Look how precise this indicator is. I mean, it's just perfect. If you work on something for so long and then you can make get the benefits out of it, I mean, it's just such a blessing. So let's get ready in here. 1 more minute to go, actually, guys. I just have to calculate on YM for the futures. Yeah, let's see how many pips. Okay, huge drop at this point. We have to wait for 1 minute. Before trading, what's your full-time job, bros? Universe. I had my own business. I quit my own business to go full-time trading. I had a construction business, actually. I made the big bucks with construction. Then I said, okay, I can make big bucks way easier just sitting all day with trading. And then I decided to do that. Rush Isk, can we enter NASDAQ buy now? Okay, let me see that. Is there a trade? Okay, there is no trade, bro. I mean, what do you want to buy here? I don't know. That's not according to my plan. I don't know your strategy, so I can't say anything. Yeah, we didn't get the bear trap confirmation here. We couldn't break the trend, guys. Unfortunately, we couldn't break the trend. It's very unfortunate we couldn't do that. If we would have closed like 30 points above here, this would have been a trade. But I have an idea for you guys. Look, if we push up now, what we already wanted price to do, then we will most likely get a 5-minute manipulation candle, and that's a trade at that point.
It can be also that it drops heavy because all the other...
Yes, I mean, exactly. Look, Kadir said something really smart. It could drop actually from here, because why? Look, NASDAQ is dropping. The S&P 500 is dropping as well. So it could be that the indicator wants to preserve our capital and didn't go off. Yeah, a huge blessing by the indicator. And look right here, we are sweeping some more lows in here. So now We swept the MC's low in here as well, guys. Look, we have a bearish manipulation candle on gold now. Very nice that we didn't force anything in this area and we waited patiently. I don't know how many losses we preserved at this point by just waiting, guys. Look, this is real trading. This is actual real trading. Not entering unnecessary trades and then getting stopped out. Just wait for the market to confirm its move. Indicator is carrying. Yes, this is our carrier, guys. Indicator is our carry, ADC carry. If you played League of Legends, then you know what I'm talking about. I don't know, Zeph said indicator is carrying, so I guess he's an ex-gamer or still a gamer. NBA 97, why didn't you perform the operation on the NAS? Did the indicator tell you not to enter? Right, but how did it make you understand? Let me check. What? Okay, so right here, this is a really good question actually, because on the short win rate, we actually have almost 73% win rate. But when I go on the 1 hour, guys, and I see a bull trap, okay, here, this is a bull trap and a short as well. And here it says only 31% and 43% win rate. So that means this is not a high probability setup. And if this was the last top, guys, and we go all the way down, it's completely fine. If the market proves me that it wants to shift the trend, then I will adapt. But as of now, we don't have any trend breaks, we don't have anything. And that's why I will stay on the sideline and trade the all-time highs, guys. I will just ride this wave to the upside. Yes, we did have some weeks where we dropped and stuff, but look, the overall direction is to the upside. So why do I have to play this to the downside, which has a lower probability? I don't know, like if I just use my logic and thought process of how markets operate, it doesn't make sense for me to short this right now. I mean, it can work. I'm not telling you it couldn't work. It can work because on the 5 minute it has a 70% or 75% win rate. It can work. Actually 80%, sorry. 80% win rate on the 5 minute. So it can work. Okay? But I just don't want to counter trend. What time frame do you use for futures New York session? 3 minute time frame, which is about to hit the take profit in here as well. 3 minute time frame, the 5 minute, but the best time frame in my opinion is the 15 minute and the 30 minute. On the futures, the win rate plays around a little bit because of the candle closures, the gaps, etc. So yeah, let's see what we can get, guys. I mean, still no trade for today. Really interesting. Testing our nerves in here, but yeah. NBA 97 says thank you. You are welcome. You are welcome. Let's get ready, guys. I'm really interested in seeing gold go up from here again, to be honest. Why, you will ask? Because we took out the MC low, but look, I will show you an example. I think it was on here. Look, we take out the low and still push. That can happen as well. And also on the 4 hour, I remember a scenario like that.
Because it was also
look right here. Took the low, wicked it, and then went. And also that, as Kadir said, this was not in the session times, so this is actually great, you know, because all the stops were there, and now we are rejecting from the imbalance fill right here. You see that? This is the last point of the FVG, and that's exactly why we are pushing at this point. Already 60 pips in profits from that imbalance fill. We used to limit those as well, guys. Look at the 1 minute, we already got a long signal and now even a bull trap signal. This looks really interesting, guys. Do you want to scalp the 1 minutes today, guys? Do you want to scalp the 1 minutes on gold? Let me see the comments in the chat, yes or no. Type in 1 if you want to scalp the 1 minutes. Type in no if you don't want to do it. Let me see if what you guys want. 1 for yes, 1 minute scalping. 2 for no, 1 minute scalping. Santulan says yes, already in. Wow. Yes. Okay, wow, you guys are scalpers in here. Yeah, avoided another loss in here, guys. I think I avoided like 3 losses today just by being patient. I mean, this is great stuff. Preventing some capital in here. Yeah, preserving, sorry. I just talked too much already, bro. I need a sip of water. Anto says no, brother. It's that guy says 1. Santuan says 1. Yeah, I mean, this looks like we are not really certain about the 1 minutes. Okay, 6 minutes for the 1 hour closure. This is interesting at this point. Look, guys. Look, the 4 hour now. It's bearish, but it's rejecting. Okay. And the 1 hour is most likely, as of now, gonna close as a weak MC within a bullish FVG. And what do we always say? Bearish manipulation candles most likely gonna become bear traps in a bullish market. So that's why it is very likely that we will see a really nice push to the upside. And then we could also trade that move to the upside. So actually what we can do is we can wait for another setup to form on gold as well. So we don't have to wait for the indices to climb back up, even though they can, but that's also a probability. And the great thing is with the new 1 hour and the new 4 hour, we have a whole new range. Gold 1 hour MC failed, very unusual, so many confluences. Yes, exactly, but the key thing was missing, brother. It was not during a session time. That's the thing. If it's not during a session time, it always has a lower win rate. That's why we're always focused on the sessions. Okay? Look. It made a 1 hour MC, but it didn't do anything after that. It ranged and now it manipulated to the upside and then is breaking down here again. So yes, that's what's happening right now. So let me just check. Yes, perfect. This looks actually really great, guys. I'm also checking now from the futures. This actually looks really promising. just from experience, I mean. And YM is also pulling back, retesting previous week high in here. Universe has no Santulan small SL in 1 minute. Oh, you took the stop loss or what? Oh, okay, yes. Yeah, I mean 1 minutes are a bit tricky, to be honest. So yeah, I mean you should not risk a lot. 3 minute is all right, you know, you can do that. Why? Look at the win rate. 3 minutes 78%, 100%, 50%, 71%. In the 1 minute, look how much it goes down. 50, 66, 33, 62. So
Still crazy.
I mean, still, yes, of course it's crazy, but we want to take the most probable setups in here, because we don't need to lose capital by not using our brain. Let me take a sip out of the water. Thank you, my brother, for bringing that in here.
Guys, give a like on the stream. What's up? We avoided a bunch of losses in here.
Yeah, just by watching us, guys, you didn't got wrecked in here today.
The whipsaw market.
You didn't get wrecked. Look, most likely gold is gonna build up what I was talking about, guys. Look at the 15 minute. Look, exactly what I'm talking about. And most likely in 2 minutes with the 1 hour closure, we'll see some extreme volume in here, because all day we didn't do anything. We pretty much just ranged for 300 pips the entire day, and now we are in the middle of the range. And to do something in the middle of a range, we need solid confirmations, guys. Solid confirmations in here. Perry Dahlia 1, so a lot of people want to scalp the 1 minute. It's really interesting. I mean, we can do it sometimes, but not right now, in my opinion, because the 3 minute will be enough, especially in a whipsaw like this, like in this range. It's gonna be a bit tough, even though the 1 minute has a really good win rate. The 3 minute is perfect. Let's see. Yeah, nothing going on. Let me check Bitcoin.
YM's giving the short on the 1 hour.
Yeah, Bitcoin also giving the short in here. If you are a Bitcoin trader, short on the 30 minute. Let me see the 1 hour. On the 1 hour as well, a short, 30 seconds left on that one. Let me see that YM chart. Yeah, it couldn't do that. And look guys, the idea was right for it to push up, but look, it couldn't close above. So that's completely fine, because why? It didn't give us our entry confirmations. As you can see, no long signal whatsoever, so that's completely fine. Yeah, look, now exactly what I was talking about with the new 1 hour, some serious volume. 1 hour close as a manipulation candle, but doesn't give the short, because the trend is still bullish. It couldn't break the trend, so the indicator is not giving the short. Very interesting. So we have to wait now. Look at this volume, guys. I'm telling you guys, this comes with experience. In complete honesty, I was expecting that. Kadir, you were not there, bro. You were not here. You were bringing me that piece of bottle with water. But I told those guys we will get some serious volume in here with the new 1 hour and 4 hour. But now I will have to take a break. Kadir will continue now and give you guys some really nice trades, because this was already too much for me. But yeah, let's see. I'm still here. but now he will take over. Hey, what's up, guys? And let's switch the laptops in here as well. Yeah, Hamza, and give me those nuts in here as well. Look, guys, this is really important, by the way. As traders, you always have to eat nuts, guys, for the brain function, for everything. Yeah, of course, that's something that you can do. But if you are, for example, someone like me, and you are you need the calories, then you don't have that luxury. Give me a second in here. So we charge up the phone and also charge up the laptop in here. Yeah, way, guys, in here is the running gag. Yeah, we have a running gag, you know. This is a joke between me and Hamza. That's why we always are saying we are doing this in here, you know, that, this and that. So yeah, let's get it going. I think Hamza had a really good point about the 10 a.m. volume. So let's look at this in here, you know. So we have a 1 hour manipulation candle. We broke the low of this one, but we didn't close below, and Hamza already mentioned that this candle was outside of our session, so it is not that relevant of a candle. So we will be looking for buys still, and look at that. As I'm speaking, we are having a beautiful candle right here, around 50 pips. We have 2 minutes to go, so if we can close this candle strong, then we will get into buys. So bump up the like, share the stream with everyone, so everyone can catch this trade with us. Yeah, small asset in 1 minute. Okay, why are we not looking for shorts on gold? I think, is this a new comment? Because I think Hamza went over it. Brother, we are in the 1 hour FVG. We closed the bearish FVG. So whenever you have something like this and you're closing this one right here, this is considered a retest. Of course, we can continue dropping, but I am not interested in that drop. And also the indicator is not telling me to short it from anywhere. So it is kind of a, it's not that clear where the market wants to go just yet. If you also zoom out on the 5 minute, you have just a range at this point. So it's not that attractive for me to short this. You can check the indices real quick. Right here, we are seeing the bounce, the reversal on the on NQ, and let's see what we can get in here. But I believe that the 5 minute on gold apparently is still pushing in here. Wow, look at that. So like I said, if this thing does close strong and gives me the long signal, I will get in long. But if it does not do it, and we are 2 seconds, 1 second, yeah, never mind, no long in here on gold. I'm not in that trade, so we are waiting. It's a bit of a waiting game for today and yesterday, but on Monday, if you guys remember, we had a really nice trade. So don't think that we are not like executing or something. We are waiting patiently, guys. We have to wait, you know, we have to wait for the indicator to set us up and take the trades. But what do you guys think? Maybe we can also take these counter trend trades in here, because apparently it does play out, but the win rate is lower, of course, you know, so that's a bit of a discrepancy that we have. So if we have the discretion in here from our perspective, I would avoid them. And yeah, let's see, the short on the 15 minute is also there. So we are waiting, but we can get into a trade at
any given point, to be honest. Look, the 1 hour did not close strong, so maybe just maybe we have US30 setting us up, because we are in bullish AOIs. These are not the levels I want to sell from, you know. So and also the trend for me is still bullish. Of course, yes, we have a break of structure in here, but these kind of structure breaks can get can be trapped really easily. So I don't want to get trapped in that. If we continue dropping from here and I see, okay, maybe actually we see a change of trend on the daily or something, or the 4 hour, and then we will have an easier time trading the next days. But as long as that does not happen, I'm not interested in taking those shorts, especially not on YM, on US30, when we have such a bullish trend. So if you guys have any questions, let us know. We can go over them. So yeah, for me personally, today for now is a losing day, because I had the long in the London session, so I took that one trade, and that's about it. I am waiting for another long, and this is not because I'm revenge trading, it's because I know that for me to get the easy move, to get the expansion move, I can get that long and get the next leg up, if it will happen. If it's not gonna happen, then that's what it is. But we will be patient and we will wait for all the assets to set us up, you know. And the indicator is there. We are patient, and I do believe that we can make this work, and it will be a nice New York session. Show settings of indicator. I bought it. My first trade is SL, unfortunately. Okay, which trade was that, Mohammed? Which asset, which trade? I can show you the settings for gold, for example, for the New York session. This is solely for gold New York session. We have the 1 hour time frame and 30-minute time frame for value gaps. These are the times. And then we have selected the New York sessions in here. New York NYAM, NYC London close, NYPM, so on and so forth. So XAUUSD 1 minute long. I mean, what can I say to that? I mean, if you're trading in the 1 minutes, you should be very familiar with losses, because the 1 minutes are very quick, and you can get losses, I mean, pretty fast, very fast actually. So I would not recommend any one of you guys to trade the 1 minutes, in total honesty. Like and there is also absolutely like zero need, to be honest, because why do you need to trade the 1 minute? We have the 5 minute, we have the 15 minute. If there will be a move, you will get the entry. Look, for example, guys, let me show you guys. So right here, for example, this was the loss, right? So I got stopped out, and then market dropped another 100 pips, you know. So there was a reason why price triggered my stop loss, right? So it made sense for market to take out my stop loss. So those kind of things are very important, and I believe that especially traders who are just starting out, don't touch the 1 minute at all. You don't need it. You don't need it at all. Especially, like, you can even trade maybe the London session or Asia session with the 15-minute time frame, 30-minute time frame, and yeah, it will be much easier for you to learn. So yeah, that was what I would recommend. Let's check NAS in here. Yeah, nothing. The short is there. You can also flip the chart to get a different perspective, and if I flip the chart in here, I can see that most likely this previous daily low will get taken out. So the short does actually make sense in that case because we have the liquidity, but the probability for me is too low to get into a trade, and also the risk reward may not be worth it, because the beauty of trading the all-time highs is that you want to catch these kind of moves. You want to be in this trade from here and ride the whole wave to the upside, and that way the good thing about it will be that you will have a really nice risk reward. We already had the 1 hour MC from the FVG and it failed. James Craig, which time frame, which asset, brother? Can you elaborate on that? If you mean gold, this 1 hour MC, it was outside of the session, so it's not relevant, and that's why the indicator is also not giving the entry. If you mean that one, because if it would be relevant, we would have taken that trade, right? Yeah. Yeah. Took a sip of the water in here. It's also done at this point. Yeah, I was in the gym, and then after that I jumped into the sauna and I lost a significant amount of water in here, so my body is really dehydrated, so I have to hydrate myself and get the blood flowing in here. So yeah, it's an advantage and a disadvantage to be in Europe, guys, you know. So you have the advantage that you can do a bunch of stuff before the New York session, but you also have the disadvantage that it's getting kind of late, because if I would prefer to be in the US, to be honest. I would wake up at 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. you know. If you're a Muslim, you know, you will wake up for the Fajr prayer, which is the morning prayer. It depends on your country, but it can be 5 a.m., 6 a.m., you know, and after that, you don't have to sleep anymore because the New York session will come up. So that's beautiful, to be honest. That's what I would do if I would be in the US or anywhere near that. And then I would trade the AM session till the London close and call it a day. I mean, I do the same here, but the only issue that I have being in Europe is that it gets pretty late, you know, and your performance can drop a little bit. So we have an alert in here on US30. Let's check that real quick. I believe it's on the 3-minute time frame. The 3-minute is forming a manipulation candle. Let's see it. The indicator is taking its time, but I don't see anything like a high probability in here. So let's check the 15 again. James Craig on XAU. Yeah, I explained that already, brother. So if you go back to gold, 1 hour time frame, the reason why this 1 hour is not that relevant is because it is at 7 a.m. so 1 p.m. my time, but 7 a.m. New York time, and that means it's in pre-NY, so it is outside of the New York session. And because it is outside and it's before NY open, I don't take that in consideration, and it's not a valid setup for us, you know. I hope you understand that. If it's not clear, let me know and we can go deeper in that. And remember, guys, the thing with the indicator is not to just take the trades, that you don't have to be only on gold or NQ, you know. We checked, for example, Euro USD is working out really nicely on the 30-minute time frame, and GU is, for example, also working really nicely on the 30-minute time frame. So if we check, for example, GU, I have no idea what these lines are, but we can delete them. Check that out, guys. So literally win rate, I'm gonna check something real quick. Maybe the PM session is making it worse. Wait, give me a second, brother. Yeah, PM session actually made it worse. I'm gonna put on the London session. Let's see how the win rate changes with the London session. 57.62, 57.68. Let's give it a second or two. Wow, look at that. Win rate decrease, and I knew that. So that's why I didn't put the London session. But look at that. GU 30-minute is literally profitable, you know. And I never trade GU actually. But the indicator kind of like woke me up, to be honest with you guys, you know. So it's quite crazy. Wow. Hamza, look at that. 76, 50, 155 on a 15-minute time frame. That's crazy in here. Let me see if it gets worse on the with the London session. Probably will. Yeah, it got worse with the London session. So for GU, New York session is the best actually, according to the indicator. And wow, look at that. Short TP, short TP. So 2 TPs already with the indicator on GU. Wow, 70 pips. What kind of a risk reward is that? Look at that, for example. I don't even trade GU, but the indicator showing me that it's highly profitable. 7R. Wow. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, maybe we should actually consider trading Forex again, because looks like it's paying really nicely. You are in long position on gold, brother. No, brother, we are not in a long position on gold. If I'm in a long position, you will see the PNL floating in here, so don't worry about that. There is no trade as of right now. This is just purely for guidance, and we can also but I believe that if we wait patiently enough, we can get a setup maybe on the indices in here. So let's see, for example, what is NQ doing. Okay, nothing just yet. Let's check the CFD chart. Also nothing. Yeah, tough times, guys. I mean, tough times for us is when we don't take a trade and we are at break even, funny enough. But many people are probably in some heavy drawdown. Imagine you guys would have FOMO'd into this buy, you know, and you would be in like 140 pips drawdown in here. So we want to avoid that drag down, you know. Yeah, drag down is also a running gag, you know. Drag down is drawdown. So how's it going, guys? Anyone took some more trades? I mean, as far as I'm concerned, there are no trades actually, but maybe some of you guys took some trades. I'm not sure. So let's check maybe the 3-minute in here. Yeah, kind of crazy. We are hovering around the midnight weekly open and the daily open, which is quite interesting. If I flip the chart in here, I can see you. Look, this is quite interesting. So this 15-minute will actually show where we will go. And don't leave the stream just yet, guys, because I know it's a little late, but it's late for me as well. But I am patient. Why? Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 levels as an area of interest. You know, we have 4 AOI levels, and I think that we can get a trade here on NQ. you know. So be patient and wait, because I believe it can get really interesting still in this session. And also I believe on the Dow, yeah, on the Dow we have the midnight, we have the daily open, we have the previous weekly high. So we have also 3 levels to be exact. So be patient. I think patience will pay today, you know. Look at that, that's a DAX. And if you guys have any assets that you want us to go over, we can do that, you know. We can easily do that. So just let us know. Let's check, for example, the 4-hour. Yeah, look at that. So we pretty much corrected the whole daily move at this point. So with the Asia session, went up 270 pips and dropped 200 pips. So if you also utilize the Fibonacci's in here, wow, look at that. Fibonacci is not showing, guys. We have a 78% retracement. A friend of mine used to call that a hedge fund level, you know. So maybe he's onto something, and if he's onto something, we can maybe catch still a trade from this area. So let's see. Let's see, we are having some volume in here. Hamza is telling me that, wow, look at that. So it seems like we are about to go for the wick fill. Wow, very interesting. Only issue that I have here is that I don't have an entry. So I would love to see this candle getting trapped, taking out the low, and then we get a manipulation candle. Something like that would be actually very nice, and then I will gladly take that trade in here. Although from experience this actually looks pretty good, because if you guys look at it, the Dow is holding up very strong, to be honest, compared to NQ. Look how it's dropping. If you're in a buy, good luck with that. But we are holding up here very strong on the Dow. So I believe that since we have the midnight, daily open, and the previous weekly high, we have a bunch of levels. We have the 1-hour FVGs as well. If we can get a setup here on a 5-minute or something like that, I think it will be very nice, you know. So let's see how that will go. And how do you guys like the new setup? You can see Hamza right here, you know, handsome man, you know, he and yeah, we have everything set up differently. We had a big PC. If you guys could see this PC right here, you know, it's a monster, to be honest. It was quite, yeah, it was not cheap, but it's worth it, I believe. I mean, we invested quite good amount into the streaming setup, and this should show you guys that we are serious in here, you know. We are not playing around. We are taking this streaming stuff now very serious, and we will be here on a daily basis regularly. And yeah, so stay ready and let's see what will happen. GBP JPY analysis, let's get it. Jump up to the daily. On the daily time frame, it's disgusting, to be honest. I'm not seeing like anything. We are still bullish, but I don't see like a clear trend, to be honest. It's ranging. So we have a range on the 4-hour. Let's see. It's been a long while since I traded GJ. On the 4-hour, I can see we have engulfed this 4-hour manipulation candle, bearish. We have 1, 2, 3 bullish candles now. If I go to the 1-hour, let me see if you have something there. Okay, on the 1-hour, it's actually showing me that we have also a 1-hour manipulation candle right here. If we go to the 30-minute, let's see. Okay, 30-minute. Yeah, kind of like, I mean, that's when experience comes into play, because I would not trade this asset, for example, you know. Why should I trade GJ? Like, it's not trending, it's in a disgusting range, buys and sells both is not playing out. So Asif, I would recommend you to just yeah, stay away from GJ for the time being. We can check maybe UJ. Wow, look at the difference, you know. Look at this difference right here. Crazy difference. UJ, crazy bullish, you know. Right here, let me open the Asia session, because UJ is also very volatile in the Asian session. And if I put the 4-hour FEG, let's see how the win rate changes. 5.454. Okay, not that much. If I put on London, the London session, let's see. And guys, this is something very nice with the indicator, you know. This tool actually can help you identify which sessions are actually the profitable sessions, you know, and if the asset is actually even profitable to begin with. So yeah, I just removed the PM session and I think nothing really changed. Interesting. Anyways, so all I want to say is the 1 hour right here on the UJ looks like 10 times cleaner, bro. Look at that. You have a bear trap setup right here. Boom, TP, and this is showing just the 1-to-1. I mean, you're risking 20 pips. This is a 1-to-5 right here. Asia session again, risking 26 pips, a 4R. So Asif, can you see the difference in assets? So you showed me, you told me GJ, and GJ had some ugly, disgusting price action. I would never ever trade that at the moment. But if you look at UJ, you're already like seeing some beautiful price action in here, you know.
Also, the dollar is in play at the moment.
Exactly, the dollar is volatile, so I would say it makes much more sense to trade those assets, you know, the assets who are influenced by the dollar. So yeah, that would be my recommendation. And the stats on UJ are also pretty good, I would say, you know. You have to probably just play around it and then you will find something. Gold is pushing up again. Interesting enough, we have now the 30-minute candle closing, kind of like a doji. 15 also doji. So yeah, I mean, on the 3-minute, is this a long or what? Probably not. There is no level, but yeah, like I said, oh wow, look at that. For example, wait, I told you guys about the hedge fund level that our good friend was always mentioning. 88. The 88 is the hedge fund level, guys. Look at that, 88 to the pip in here. Really nice, very nice stuff in here. So let's see, you know, I mean, To be serious, I don't see a single setup yet, but we will remain patient in here and wait for something to form. If it does, we will get in. If not, we will call it a day, because it's getting also a little bit late at this point. Stream is going for 2 hours now, so yeah. Yeah, quick black screening here. Very quick. So yeah, and if you guys have anything like an asset or something that you want us to go over, make sure to type it in the chat. We can do that, because look, we just saved maybe Asif a couple losses for the next weeks, because he should probably not trade GJ. Am I right, brother? I mean, I personally would recommend you, Asif, don't trade GJ, brother. I mean, there's really no point, because as you have seen, it's not really profitable, is it? Because look, remember this, guys, you can be the best trader in the world, but if you are trading the wrong asset, you can't do anything about it, you know? Even if, I don't know, the best trader in the world tries to trade that asset right now, GJ, he will have a tough time, because the asset is not moving. And if an asset is not moving, there is no trade. Look at that. We have another counter trend in here. Very, very interesting stuff. So this is the moment where you will question yourself and be like, okay, maybe I should give this a shot at this point. The 30-minute was a doji, and we may go for the 1 hour wick fill. So very, very tricky. I think the 3-minute already gave the short. Yeah, right here we got the short already. I use QHD and 4K monitors. 720 live stream looks too blurry on my screen. It would be great if you can live stream in. I think we can actually do that, brother. You get it's a good reminder, because now we have this monster over PC, and it's not the laptop anymore. We can up the settings, I would say, right? So we can definitely work with that. So we really appreciate that, Gotham. I hope I pronounce your name right. So yeah, we will look into that for sure, brother. And next stream, hopefully the quality will be higher. We are developing everything step by step, guys. Look, compare the first live stream to now. The cam is not freezing, and we have a layout, we have the banners, we have everything in here. So yeah, it will only get better from here. So I know it's a bit of a boring session, not gonna lie. For me, it's also a little bit boring, but there is nothing that we can do about it. Look at that, you know, gold is going up and down, crazy whipsaw. I think the best thing that you can do in these kind of markets to just preserve your capital, you know, because you will take buys or sells, you know, left and right, and just burn your account and make like mark my words, tomorrow probably is gonna be a very easy day, you know, because usually it's like that. If one day is like this, the next day usually gets really easy, because everyone burnt their bullets on the previous day. So yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. We can wait if we can get a bear trap. I think this will be the last thing that we can wait. If we can now get a bear trap above this candle, we will get in longs. If not, we'll just call it a day, brother, at this point. So wait another 5 minutes or so. We have also a bull trap, bear trap forming on YM. So let's wait 4 more minutes, and that will decide if we will call it a day or not. Question is, which one looks like a higher probability, YM or NQ? So that's the real question here. Why NQ, we have the advantage that we have some range, but it also is much more bearish. So the Dow already has the bullish structure. So let's see how they form and which one looks more attractive. Yeah, the daily is a joke as of right now on the Dow, 150 points. Batman, guys, you need to improve the stream quality. It's horrendous on a laptop. Can't read anything on your chart. Okay. Let me see. Let me zoom in right here on the candles. I mean, on my end, it doesn't look that bad. Okay, it's a little blurry, but like I said, we will up the quality, guys. Don't worry about that. We will up the quality. Let me check maybe on the laptop. How does it look?
It's a bit blurry.
I'm curious now. I will check now how it looks in here. And put the quality up. Wow, okay, it's actually really bad. You're right, brother. On the laptop, I don't know why it's that bad on a laptop. Wow. It's actually super bad. Yeah, I understand now. We will look into that, brother. We will look into that. Don't worry. Tomorrow, hopefully, will already be much better. You know, we will get that sorted ASAP. Yeah, it's super bad actually. Wow. Usually I can increase it on YouTube to 1080. Put it only goes up to 720. I'm not sure, to be honest, because yesterday it went up to 720, but I think because on this new PC actually I did. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, we will just increase it, you know, get the highest. Maybe it's because of the FPS. FPS is at 30 now. We can pull it up to 60 or something, and that will make it better. Appreciate that. Someone asked on Discord why that candle is an almost MC. Could you guys please share your view? Let me check the Discord, brother. The German chat.
Oh, it's indicated. I answered them already, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure, brother.
It's on 5 minutes gold before the window session.
Okay, but Hamza gave him a response apparently, but I can check it as well. Let me see. Gold? 5-minute New York session or what? This one?
Before New York session. This almost manipulation candle from daily open bullish. Almost MC. Left.
Ah, this one. Yeah. So regardless of that, so first of all, we are not in the session, you know, so this is a low volume session. There's no London, there's no NY, nothing, so this is not really relevant. But other than that, the candle managed to break the low right here. If you guys look at it, we broke the low, but we could not break the high in here. And we broke the high, but we could not close above it. So that's the trick. So it becomes an almost manipulation candle, and these kind of almost manipulation candles, they can work if we are in session time. They are according to the trend, and ideally it's maybe on the 15-minute, you know, 15-minute, 30 minutes, something like that. For example, look at that. So this one is an almost manipulation candle with the Asia session, but it worked out beautifully, right? Because why? Because it's during a high volume session, and it's actually a quite strong one. So let me close also the stream on this one here. This is kind of irritating. In my PC, the quality of the video is okay. Yeah, I'm not sure, but universe. But we will look into that. We will definitely just increase the quality and try to up everything. No, there is, bro, but I have the Asia session ticked off. Look. Right here, it will show it. And yeah, you're right. Wait, give me a second. If I put in here almost manipulation candle as a candle type, then it will also show me the candle in here on the 15. Look at that. You see it? So you would get a long here. And yeah, realistically, this is already a 3.4, the session high. So really nice trade. Actually quite interesting that the almost manipulation candle has a higher win rate on the 15 than the manipulation candle in itself. If you put in the London as well, let me play around this a little bit. But do almost, it decreased a lot using on, but look at that, Hamza. So almost manipulation candle on the 15 has even a higher win rate than the manipulation candle.
During your session?
During all the sessions.
Wow.
Look at that.
Good to know.
Let's check only London and Asia. Okay, got the words. Let's check only Asia session. Wow, look at that, guys. Long, short, and bull trap on almost manipulation candle has a higher win rate for the Asia session. So keep that in mind. If you're someone who's trading the Asia session, you may want to just trade like that. If you can bring me water, brother, it would be amazing. Or we can call it a day in here maybe as well. Do we have any setup guidance video for the indicator? Yes, brother. Once you buy the indicator, there is an onboarding video and we go through everything there. So yeah, NQ looks like it's continuing. It's gonna continue to drop. So this 5 minutes also gonna close. There is no bear trap in here as well. So we will call it a day. Unfortunately, unfortunately, there is no trade for the day again, but also there was no trade. Like, just look at the 5 minute candles. There was no trade at all. If you took this short by taking a counter trend trade, you got wicked out and there was no buy whatsoever. Only this short was shown, which is a counter trend trade, risking 60 points, and you got like 50, so not even a 1R. So there was not a single trade that was worth to take. Yeah. So I think regardless of that, it's still a good day because we didn't take a loss, right? Many people, I think, they lost money on this rangy price action. So yeah, I think at this point we can call it a day, I would say, right?
Yeah, it's already past.
It's already almost 5 p.m. our time. The stream is going for more than 2 hours. So
we can influence this.
Exactly, we cannot influence this whatsoever, guys. So what can we do? You know, if there's no trade, there's no trade. If the market is not moving, the market is not moving, nothing we can do about it. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Be ready, 8:30 a.m. Eastern, 2:30 European time. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you're ready, and we'll see you guys. Let's get it tomorrow, guys. Don't don't try to over trade in this range, you know, and be patient. We will rock it tomorrow, so let's get it.